Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new edition of the Daily Debate. In tonight's show, we're going to be focusing on Egypt's national mega projects for the year 2021, especially in Upper Egypt, the mega projects that help facilitate the economic growth for the whole country, also providing job opportunities, alleviating the standard of living for all Egyptians. We're going to be focusing on this file tonight, but before we start doing that, let's check out some of the stories making the news today. And we'll start off with President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, who held a meeting today with Presidential Advisor for Urban Planning, General Amir Said Ahmed, Head of the Armed Forces Engineering Authority, General Ihab al-Far, and Head of the Engineering Authority Consultative Bureau, General Ashraf al-Arabi, as well as several other senior officials. The meeting tackled the progress in the Engineering Authority's ongoing projects across the country. Presidential spokesman Bassam Radi said that the meeting tackled the latest developments of rehabilitation works of El Beit Shrines project, as President Sisi directed to upgrade the shrines in an integrated form and to develop services and utilities in the surrounding areas. The meeting reviewed the progress achieved in a number of installations in the new administrative capital, especially the Holy Quran Hall and the Occasions Hall of Egypt Mosque, as well as the architectural studies for the Horses International City, Marabit. Meanwhile, the President was briefed on the progress report of projects for the roads and new access sector in Greater Cairo, particularly the project of upgrading the 26th of July axis in the Giza Governorate. In this context, the head of state ordered to implement the utmost expansion for all axes nationwide. The meeting also discussed the engineering and constructional scheme of the housing project Ahalina 5 and the project of El Galala City. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli today visited the Industrial Development Group's investment zone in the 6th of October city. During the tour, Dr. Madbouli inspected several plants and companies located at the zone, where he witnessed the launch of their new production lines. The Prime Minister said President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has made directives over supporting and developing the industry sector, being one of the most important economic growth drivers. Madbouli was accompanied by Minister of Trade and Industry, Naveen Gamea, Giza Governor and Executive President of the Public Authority of Investment and Free Zones, Councillor Mohammed Abdel Wahab. These were a couple of the stories making the news today, but now turning our focus to tonight's topic. The UN actually listed the Upper Egypt Development Work and Program as the best practice to achieve the results towards the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. Let's check out this report and we'll be right back.
Egypt opens up to the world. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi meets with world leaders.
أعبر لكم عن خالص الشكر والتقدير على حفاوة الاستقبال وكرم الضيافة.
Reaffirming Egypt's vision, delivering our voice.
لتطوير التعاون الثنائي الاقتصادي والعسكري إلى مستويات غير مسبوقة.
Discussing regional and international development. Solid and strong relations on the path of partnership and development.
The United Nations has selected the Upper Egypt Local Development Program as the best practice to achieving results towards 2030 SDGs in 2021. The Upper Egypt Local Development Program is strengthening the capacity of local government to deliver quality infrastructure and services and improve the environment for private sector development and job creation in 4 governorates. The program adopted a participatory planning approach, consulting people from a wide section of society to identify, implement, and evaluate the investments to be made. The program's efforts have been recognized by the United Nations Department of Economic Affairs, which listed it as a best practice operation. The component of the 7-year Upper Egypt Local Development Program has received $500 million in World Bank financing. Launched in 2017, the program supports the government's efforts to develop Upper Egypt in the south of the country by improving the local business environment. This has spurred private sector-led job creation and strengthened local government capacity to deliver infrastructure and services. The program provides results-based financing in Sohag, Inner, Minya, and Asyut governorates, integrating citizen and business engagement for greater local accountability. In 2021, the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs listed it as an example of best practice among development initiatives aimed at meeting the universal targets set out in the UN Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. The program has been also included as a key contributor to the Egyptian government's programming for fiscal year 2018-2019, 2021-2022. The program has improved governorate's capacity for inter-sectoral medium-term capital investment planning, project design, appraisal and implementation, environmental and social risk management, and the sustainability of local infrastructure through asset management. Infrastructure has been developed to improve the quality of life for citizens, focusing on urban development, city upgrading, and basic municipal services as water, sanitation, roads, and electricity. The program aims to create an environment for evidence-based policy reform and the institutional reforms essential to improving the competitiveness of lagging regions and to empowering local governments to address community needs and priorities.